All right, it is 4 o'clock, and we'll go ahead and call today's meeting of the San Bernardino Community College District Board of Trustees to order. Student Trustee Garcia, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance? To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, and welcome, everyone. First, we'd just like to acknowledge that it is Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, as well as Mental Health Awareness Month. So we'll keep those in mind. Now we'll move on to public.
Can I just say one thing just real quick? So I'm wearing my Island Grad shirt today because Valley College hosts Island Grad, and so we definitely want to make sure that we're uplifting and supporting those as part of our board, expectations and goals. And so I'm grateful that in the graduation season, in addition to IE Black Grad that was held at CSUSB, and we had our chancellor there, and we had our college president there. So thank you, Dr. Contreras, for being there. But and then CSUSB had their Black Grad celebration. So, and plenty of graduates from both Crafton and Valley are attending these events, and it's just a beautiful thing. So I just want to give a special shout out and continue to uplift and support those folks in community.
I think next year we should have like an Aloha Wear board meeting. Just saying. Yeah. All right.
Can we do it? Okay.
So pursuant to Board Policy 2350, any person may speak to the Board of Trustees either on an agenda item or on other items of interest to the public that are within the subject matter jurisdiction of the board and before any board action is taken. Comments must be limited to 3 minutes per speaker and 20 minutes on the same or a substantially similar subject, unless a majority of the board votes to extend the time limit. As a matter of policy, members of the board may not discuss or respond to matters raised during public comment unless the matters are properly noticed for discussion or action in open session. If you have questions about access or if you require accommodation to participate in the public meeting, please contact the Chancellor's office at 909-388-6903 as far in advance of the board meeting as possible. Do we have any public comments?
No, sir.
All right, we'll move on to presentations. First one, a check presentation from the Inland Regional Energy Network Incentive Fund for the San Bernardino Valley College lighting projects. Chancellor.
Thank you so much. I would like to call upon Executive Vice Chancellor Jose Torres to introduce our guest.
Thank you, Chancellor. So as you know, our district and thanks to your leadership, we are always chasing sustainability. We're always chasing incentives to retrofit our everything that we do within our district to make sure that we are sustainable more than anything. And part of this is that our team has always looks for incentives when we do retrofits, when we do lighting, etc. So we found a great partner with the Inland Regional Energy Network, and which we have applied for credits for the work that we have done at those two projects that you see in the board item. And tonight they're here to present to you a portion of the total incentive that we're going to receive as part of this incentive. So I'm gonna call him to the podium, if you don't mind. I think you have a couple words to say. Yeah, please, if you don't mind. Yeah.
There's a familiar face.
A familiar face, yeah.
Hello, good afternoon, board. Really excited to be here. My name is Karina Camacho. I'm a program manager with the Inland Regional Energy Network. So the Inland Regional Energy Network, we're a partnership out of the 3 council of governments in the Inland Empire. We serve the San Bernardino and Riverside counties, providing energy efficiency upgrades and funding and a lot of variety of different opportunities. It's been really great to partner with SBCCD. We're able to provide our incentive check today. Other really great impacts I want to talk about for SBCCD is you all also had a fellow that we were able to pay and was able to help on these projects as well. So there's a lot of workforce opportunities, and just in general, it's been a great partnership with SBCCD. So today, what we're going to talk about is the incentive check. We're here to present $92,905 with 56 cents. Very precise. This, yeah. So the really great thing, this is only 40% of the check. We completed construction and we present 40% of the total incentive 3 months after construction. So in 9 months, a full year after construction, we'll be able to present the total amount. So in total, the community college district is expected to receive $232,263 with 90 cents. Yeah, so cool. And then a really great thing about this project, we were able to cover about 76% of the total project costs. So it's really great. It's not going to be something really expensive for the district. And overall, oh yeah, and this will lead to over $350,000 in electric bill savings. So yeah, it's really great. We get to give you money so that you can save money on your bill. So yeah, and this is a great project. Just so you also know, I know if you have any relationships with school districts in San Bernardino County, school districts and public agencies are available to incentives like these. So we're really hoping that if you can spread the word about IREN and get some other big checks handed out throughout San Bernardino County would be great. Awesome. So yeah, we'd love to take a photo with the big check.
Cool. Right, just sat down.
Yep.
It's been really great to work with Yash and Farah on this.
So I just want to make a comment to my board colleagues about like the innovation and all of the work that our team does to create these efficient buildings. One of my colleagues, I'm not going to mention his name, but paid $9 a gallon of gas this past week, and I just want to keep pressing upon developing curriculum that allows our students to learn how to be engaged in this kind of technology so that we can have local folks be able to have these type of jobs and understand the clean energy economy, and we can get a sustainability curriculum or some type of degree or certificate or something like that. I just want to keep pressing the importance of having those kind of advanced technologies and training inside of our community.
All right, we'll move on to recognitions and celebrations, and we will today recognize our outgoing student trustees. So on behalf of our board, I'd like to recognize and thank our student trustees for their service during the past academic year. Student trustees provide an important voice for our students and help strengthen the connection between the board and our campuses. We appreciate your leadership, advocacy, and commitment to student success. I'd also like to recognize that student trustee Garcia from Crafton Hills College has been re-elected to serve another term. Congratulations, and we look forward to continuing to work with you during the upcoming academic year. And at this time, I'd like to invite our student trustee forward for this recognition and award. And we're going to do a little quick photo op. And then if you have any, Eric, where do you want us? Right there? You're going to craft it up?
That's not it. That's not it. That's not it.
pressure.
Jasmine, would you like to say anything?
Yeah.
Would you like to say anything?
Beep, beep. Beep, beep, like the Roadrunner. Beep, beep. I don't know. I was trying.
This has been one of the best experiences that I've ever had in my life. I've grown so much as a person, as a professional. Being able to serve alongside some of the most amazing people that I've ever met in my life is, I feel like I grow every day in the presence of each of you because of everything that you're pouring into the community and the examples that you're setting. And I feel really honored to be in this position and be able to advocate for things that I strongly believe in. I feel like one of the most difficult things that I've ever had to do is speak about myself and my experiences, but when it's pushing forward for other students, that's where my power comes from. And so I just want to thank each and every one of you for believing in me and giving me these spaces to be that voice for other students.
Thank you. We look forward to serving with you again. I'd also like to recognize student trustee Espinosa for his service this past year. He was not able to join us, but we will be sending his thank you accoutrement to him. Now we'll move on to our applause cards. So if applause cards could be displayed, please. All right. Wow. Wow, this is quite the month. We haven't got the valley yet. Yeah, wow. That's got to be a record, right? That just goes to show all the amazing work that people are doing in the district. So thank you all very much. Tonight, we'd like to recognize and celebrate the retirement of an extraordinary group of employees whose combined service represents more than 700 years of experience and dedication to the San Bernardino Community College District. Throughout their careers, these individuals have served our students and community with professionalism, compassion, and unwavering commitment to the mission of higher education. Their collective contributions have helped shape our colleges, strengthen our district, and positively impacted countless students, families, and employees over many decades of service. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, we extend our sincere gratitude for their dedication to student success and public education. We congratulate each of them on this well-earned next chapter and wish them continued health, happiness, and success in retirement. And now on to, yes, I guess we should applaud our retirees, right? We'll move on to our board reports and the Chancellor's report. So we'll begin with the Board of Finance Committee.
Okay,
Dr. Houston.
I have our report from this afternoon's meeting. I don't think it will be as long as the applause cards, but we will see. So we had several updates, and really this report is intended to provide clarity for the purpose of history on each item and really promote transparency. So the first thing that we talked about and we had presentation on was the bond measure workforce and construction update. And the background on this is that the district's bond program continues to advance major facilities improvements at both campuses. Active and completed construction includes multiple projects at San Bernardino Valley College and Crafton Hills College, with continued progress progress towards scheduled completion milestones. Our board policy 6610 establishes the district's commitment to supporting local workforce preparation, local business utilization, and equitable contracting opportunities through the bond construction program. This report reflects the workforce and contracting data as of April 1st, 2026. The key points that we were presented with are that our district has successfully completed many bond projects, with several additional projects currently under construction. Collectively, these projects demonstrate how our district continues to actively contribute to regional economic development and workforce opportunities throughout the Inland Empire. Specifically, approximately $207 million has been awarded to local businesses. 297 contracts have been awarded to local businesses across the Inland Empire, and local workers have received approximately $16.7 million in wages through district bond projects. Minority, women, and veteran-owned businesses have attained approximately $19.4 million in contracts. Overall, local hire participation continues to exceed district goals established under the board policy 6610, which demonstrates the board's continued commitment to reinvesting bond dollars back into our local community. Additionally, we had some monthly updates, and consistent with our board finance committee charge to promote transparency, here are some of the details and the key points that we cover regularly around financial performance, enrollment trends, and investments. The key points this month included our district budget revenue and expenditure summary, enrollment trends, PARs, and pension rate stabilization trust investment performance, say that 3 times fast, and state budget. The enrollment update served as an area of discussion. The committee reviewed a long-term enrollment comparison from 2019 through 2026, which demonstrated that the district has stabilized and recovered beyond pre-pandemic period enrollment levels. The district has surpassed those levels by approximately 620 FTES. The district is projected to meet its funded enrollment target for this academic year at approximately 100.01%. These results reflect continued positive momentum in enrollment growth, retention, and productivity efforts across the district. The second area of discussion was the state, the May revise, which was released just a few hours ago. Some of the summary information that we received today was around the student-centered funding formula, and that the rates will be increased, at least what's in the proposal, by 4.31% in COLA, and this includes approximately 1.4 in discretionary funding above the statutory COLA. On the not as great side, although better than a poke in the eye, our categorical programs will receive a smaller COLA, at least that's what's in the proposal at this point, of 2.87%. Our enrollment growth also could be better in terms of what's been proposed for 26-27 is pretty limited at 0.5%. The May revise does not include additional enrollment growth or funding or COLA increases for the Student Equity and Achievement Program. So we're going to continue our advocacy and work with our, the structures that we have among the board around advocacy for additional enrollment growth funding, COLA increases for categorical programs, and the potential for the student-centered funding formula refinements related to the current 3-year FTES averaging methodology. Our next meeting is scheduled for Thursday, the 11th of June, and that concludes my report.
Thank you, Dr. Houston. You have a question on Trustee Houston's report?
Yeah. So, and maybe this is a subject for a future agenda, but just about how the discretionary funds work and what they can be used for, and maybe, because I think my mind is still in the emergency conditions, and so I'm not clear on like when we have more students than what we're funded for, how that impacts us, because it sounds like you said we have 600 FTS more than what we're funded for. Did I hear that?
Yes.
Okay, and then, but the state is funding the additional students.
I mean, I should probably let you speak to this.
You can answer. So for last year, we were actually funded for almost all of our FTS. For this year, there is a 1% growth statewide. And what happens is some districts do not grow, so that 1% equivalent gets distributed to those districts that grew. Our hope and expectation is that we get funded for additional the growth that we had experienced that have experienced this year. For next year is expected to have only 0.5% statewide. So that's, as Trustee Houston mentioned, that's an advocacy that we're going to do to increase the half a growth to at least 1%, or at least the same as this fiscal year, so we have the opportunity to achieve and get funded for those FDS that our colleges are producing.
And then the 620 that has to do with the pre-pandemic numbers. So we're at 100 and change of what we're funded for. So like we're pretty much hitting it with just a, tiny little bit that we could scoop up in growth. But the 620 over and above is from where we were pre-pandemic. So we're where we need to be for funding and to scoop up a little bit of growth and reset that bench, correct?
And at the end of May, we do have our budget study session. So I'll make sure this feedback is important. So I'll make sure I'll bring that over for you all to see.
The discretionary funds?
Discretionary funds, what they did, they just increased the COLA. They call it a super COLA. They added approximately 1.4% more in the COLA and the statutory COLA, and is to accommodate the increase, the inflation that's happening everywhere. So that is the purpose for that. But what they're going to do, and I'll show you this at the budget study session as well. What they're going to do, if everything stays as is, they're going to increase the rates that we earn per every measure that exists in the student center funding formula, which are a lot of them.
Gotcha. So the California, I can't remember if it's the ACCT group, but the Black trustees are pressing and asking the state and local districts to look at how the BSI designations can get funded. And so as we go into the future budget, if we can think about that context and what opportunities exist from a legislative standpoint and our legislative priorities, and then from our budget, what can we do to make sure that that designation has some actual meaning to it versus just a brand and a name?
We good? All right. The Board Policy and Procedure Ad Hoc Committee met on May 7th. So what we looked at was the annual review. This is the really exciting stuff, folks. The annual review list for the 2025-2026 legal updates and chapter lead recommendations. So as part of our district-wide policies and procedures review process, the Board Policies and Procedures Ad Hoc Committee conducts an annual review of board policies and administrative procedures for chapters 1 and 2. The board serves as the chapter lead for these chapters, which focus on district governance and board operations. So we reviewed proposed updates to Board Policy and Administrative Procedure 2510, participation in local decision-making, which were revised to reflect recent changes in the 2024 ACCJC accreditation standards and reinforce the district's participatory governance framework within the Participatory Governance Manual. The proposed revisions further clarify the role of the Chancellor's Council, college governance processes, and consultation processes related to academic and professional matters, also known as 10+1. Because the Board Policies and Procedures Advisory, this is the PPAC. We have so many PPACs. The regular Policies and Procedures Advisory Committee does not meet during the summer. The proposed revisions to BP and AP 2510 will continue through the district's participatory governance review process during the next academic year prior to board consideration. We also reviewed proposed revisions to Board Policy and Administrative Procedure 5030, fees, and 5031, instructional materials fees, which emphasize burden-free student access to instructional materials, continued expansion of zero textbook cost pathways, and open educational resources. So I'm little behind the scenes, I'm wearing clear aligners now, and so I'm having a little bit of a difficult time speaking. So So there's that. Okay.
I have no aligners and I still had a difficult time, so
Okay.
you're good.
Clear guidance regarding allowable and prohibited student fees. 5030 and 5031 are included on this month's board agenda as informational first read items with final board approval anticipated next month. And our next meeting will be Thursday, July 23rd, 2026. And that is my report. Moving on to the Board of Governors. Trustee Williams?
No real detailed report. We're meeting on Tuesday of this coming week, and so the agenda is posted. I haven't had a chance to digest it yet, but the Board of Governors will meet next week.
Okay. All right, Chancellor, would you like to share your report?
Sure, thank you, and good afternoon, everyone. So I'm happy to begin today with some good news. Our students are in the midst or wrapping up finals, and this week we will celebrate over 1,500 graduates at Crafton Hills College and San Bernardino Valley College. Yes, yes. So commencement is always one of the best moments of the year, right? It reminds us of why we do what we do, why we do the work that we do. And this year is even more special because it's our centennial year. So this means that this is our centennial class, our one and only centennial class. I think that's just super cool. So after 100 years, the district has helped students build better lives, not only for themselves, but for their families and our communities. Every student, every faculty member, every classified professional, every manager, every retiree is a part of this story. And when you think about that, it's truly, truly amazing. And I know that the Board of Trustees and I are looking forward to celebrating with their families and the students this week. As we close this academic year and prepare for the next ones, there are many, many, many people to thank. I want to give a special shout out to our classified professionals, especially as we get ready to celebrate Classified Employee Week next week. Our classified professionals, I mean, they really do keep the district moving as smoothly as we do. And so their support for our students, our classrooms, our offices, the campuses, and so much of the daily work just really is impossible without their help in making that happen. So let's give them a warm round of applause for all that they do. I also want to recognize our colleagues who are retiring this year. Right? They are talented, hardworking, dedicated professionals who have given many, 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 many years to our colleges, our students, and our districts. I mean, they've helped build the district, SBCCD, as to who we are and who we know us to be today. To our retirees, I just want to say thank you. We are grateful for your service and wish you a joyful retirement and whatever is held in your next chapter. But I want to especially recognize two individuals. One of them is Angelita Gillian. We all know her as Angie, for her remarkable 59 years of service. 59 years. She promised me 60 years at her 50th anniversary, but we're gonna let her go at 59 years. So just amazing. I mean, that is an extraordinary commitment to our institutions, and she has just touched generations and generations of students and colleagues and their families. 59 years, I just wanted to say it again, 59 years. So I also want to congratulate Dr. Celia Houston. When I first came in as president, my first year, she was one of the first faculty members that I met because she walked in and introduced herself as the Senate president. And so she said, well, it's going to be a bumpy road because both of us are first and neither one of us know what we're doing. And she was mostly right. But to her credit, one of the things that she did extraordinarily well was led us through our accreditation in an excellent manner. It was because of her leadership and the work that she did during that time that Valley College experienced a flawless accreditation. You all may remember that because we celebrated like no other, that we had full accreditation with no findings, no follow-ups, full accreditation, first time in the history of the campus. So kudos to her, and we wish her well on her retirement. And to all of the all of the other retirees from apparently I can't speak well either. No. But to all of our retirees from Crafton Hills College, San Bernardino, Valley College, KVCR, and the district office, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for all that you have done. And I hope the next chapter brings you a lot of rest, a lot of joy, and time with your families and loved ones. So I'd also like to thank trustees, our student trustees, Jasmine from Crafton Hills College, on completing your first year of service, and we're excited to have you back with us. Yep. And we also want to thank student trustee Christian Espinoza from San Bernardino Valley College for his service. Christian, I know you're out there listening somewhere, so thank you so much for your service. And also tonight, pleased to welcome our new student trustee from San Bernardino Valley College, Natalie Garcia. I don't know if she's with us, but congratulations. So we will have 2 student Garcias on the board. So yeah. So Natalie is majoring in nursing and public health. She's involved in the honors, Umoja, and student government. Off campus, she serves as a CNA, and where she's already caring for others and helping to save lives. So welcome to the board to student Garcia number 2. Welcome. Welcome. And finally, I want to thank our board of trustees, our government relations team, and everyone at San Bernardino Valley College, Crafton Hills College, and KVCR who helped us welcome U.S. Senator Adam Schiff to our district. Just a phenomenal event. He visited us. We had the opportunity to advocate for federal support and our student housing project and for expanding food assistance for our students. He also met with students not only from Valley College and Crafton Hills College, but also from Cal State San Bernardino and UC Riverside. The student asked thoughtful questions, and might I also say some really tough questions to our senator about higher education, public service, and how we can make our community stronger. And I will tell you, they represented our region just extraordinarily well. So, and a big thank you to Senator Schiff for visiting SBCCD, and we thank everyone who helped make that visit possible. And one more finally. So I have a surprise and a gift for Dr. Haran, and he really hates this kind of stuff. He really does. Look, he's like, oh, what'd I do? No. So 7 years ago, I believe it's been 7, you've been with us for 7 years now? 8 years. 8 years. 8 years ago, we celebrated Dr. Haran with his investiture, right? And then at that time, he did not receive his chain of office, which is a prestigious tradition in higher education. So tonight, I would love to present him with his own chain of office for Crafton Hills College. Dr. Haran, would you give me the honor of presenting this chain for you?
Can we do it again next to the logo, please?
One more. Sister College. So we definitely have a lot to be proud of as we close out this academic year. So, and most of all, we have a lot to celebrate with our students next week. So congratulations to the class of 2026. And that's my report.
How come there's no bling from the board chair?
I'm saying.
I'm saying.
You get a gavel when you retire.
All right. Yeah, there you go. Like a sommelier with a little cup. That'd be good for me. Okay, we'll move on to our action agenda. First item is our approval of the minutes of the April 9th, 2026 board business meeting and the April 23rd, 2026 board strategy session minutes. Do we have a motion to approve them?
Second.
All right, we have a motion by trustee Longville and a second by trustee Betters to approve the minutes. Is there any discussion? If there's no discussion, we'll begin our electronic vote with our student trustee. And the motion carries unanimously. Next up is the consideration of approval to adopt Resolution 2026-0514-BO2T01, May 17 to 23, 2026, as Classified Employee Week. Do we have a motion?
So moved. Who moved it?
Oh, you're going to hear it in a second. How about that? There was a motion by trustee Longville with a second by trustee Houston. Is there any discussion?
Yes. Congratulations. I think that's a big deal. Honored. I concur with the chancellor. It's a great opportunity to acknowledge the work of those folks. So I'm glad we're doing this.
All right. Is there any other discussion? Hearing none, if we'll begin our vote with our student trustee. And the motion carries unanimously. Next is a public hearing and acknowledgement of initial proposals to negotiate successor agreement between SBCCD and SBCCD POA. So pursuant to Government Code 3547, the board, I will open a public hearing for a public comment on the initial proposals to negotiate the 2026-2029 successor contract between the SBCCD and the SBCCD POA. Do we have any public comments?
No, sir.
All right. Okay. I will close the public hearing. I don't think we even need a motion. So the board acknowledges these proposals and the parties may commence negotiations. Next up is a transfer of appropriations for the 2026-2027 fiscal year. Do we have a motion to approve the transfers?
I motion.
Second.
All right, we have a motion by student trustee Garcia with a second by trustee Houston. Is there any discussion? If there's no discussion, student trustee, if you'll begin with your vote, and we will follow with ours. All right, motion carries unanimously. Now we'll move on to the consent agenda, which is expected to be routine and non-controversial. It will be acted upon by the board at one time without discussion. Any member of the board, staff member, or citizen may request that an item be removed from this section for discussion. Are there any items to pull from the consent agenda?
Yes, Chair. I want to pull, I believe it's item number 31114.
C1 contracts at or above 119,100. Is
Yes,
that
sir.
what you'd like?
Yes, sir.
Oh, excellent. All right. We will
I don't know.
we'll pull that. So do we have, are there any other items from the consent agenda to pull?
I move the consent with the exception of
C1. All right, we have a motion by trustee Williams with a section by trustee Longville to approve the consent agenda with the exception of item C1. So we'll go ahead and cast our votes, please. And the consent agenda passes unanimously. Now we will return to item C1, contracts at or above $119,100. Do we have a motion to approve them?
move approval.
Okay, so. All right, so we have a motion by trustee Williams with a second by trustee Aguilera. Is there any discussion? All right, if there is no discussion, we will move to our roll call vote, or not our roll call vote, our electronic vote, sorry.
Board Chair?
Yep.
For the record, I'd like to note that trustee Houston and trustee Betters have recused themselves from this vote.
Okay. And the motion passes with, well, including the student trustee vote 6. Okay. On to our represented groups reports. First up, Crafton Hills College Academic Senate. Is there anything beyond the written? I know we have written a report. All right. Classified Crafton Hills College Classified Senate. No report. I know that there is a report from the Crafton Hills College Associated Students.
Is it on? Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Christian Magania. I'm a senator at large for Crafton Hills College Student Senate. And I just wanted to briefly report on some of the things we've been touching upon during this semester at Crafton. We have participated in a number of events organized, like Market Day. We had Market Day recently. That event went really smoothly, and we helped, and we've just been helping to organize with I'm sorry, I'm new to this, but
all good.
But yeah, we've also just been working a lot on just improving the quality of our campus through of course our student senate meetings and through focus meetings we've had recently, and other such tasks such as helping out clubs with funding, helping out our school magazine, the San Canadian Review, and just overall working towards developments of many new projects on campus. And when we went to General Assembly in late March, we had a fantastic turnout. It went great, and overall we've just been doing a lot of really strong work as a team. And yeah, I think this semester's student senate has been fantastic, and I think, and even though a lot of people will be leaving because they're graduating, I really look forward to what's next for our student senate, and I think we're just going to continue to just keep doing more and more to improve not only Crafton or our district, but just our California community college system in general. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the future, and that's all I really had to say. Thank you.
Thank you. San Bernardino Valley College Academic Senate.
Hello and good evening. And I want to just tell the student senators that I'm still nervous and it's been 2 years. But I want to say good evening, members of the Board of Trustees, as well as my colleagues. As I exit my role as Academic Senate President, I want to close with gratitude. It has been an honor to serve as a voice of our faculty for the past 2 years, but this work was never mine alone. Our senators carried it with me every step of the way. I also want to take a moment to celebrate our faculty. They show up every single day with dedication, passion, and heart for this institution and for every student who walks through our doors. As San Bernardino Valley College celebrates 100 years, none of us would pour ourselves into this work the way we do if it weren't for our students. They are and always will be the reason. And before I leave, at SBVC, when I say Valley Up, we say, Go Valley! Wait, when I say Go Valley, we say Valley Up! Kim says that part, that's what.
You get a redo. You get a redo. You get a redo. Do it again. Do it again.
Yeah,
We're
well,
ready.
usually my president says that, so I'm going to let you say it first. Because you always. Valley Up! That's what I'm used to.
All right, how about the San Bernardino Valley College Classified Senate? No report? San Bernardino Valley College Associated Students? CSEA? CTA? There's Jeff.
Good evening, Board of Trustees, Chancellor Dr. Rodriguez, campus presidents, senior district leadership. I'm Jeff Dembski, the outgoing faculty union president. Not everyone assembled here today occupied this space in 2022. Trustee Betters and Aguilera did not, President Gill. Those of you who did serve during 2022 to 2024 likely recall a combative faculty union. That leadership team publicly questioned the Vice Chancellor's integrity. They questioned the Executive Vice Chancellor's integrity. They questioned the Chancellor's integrity. And they questioned every Board of Trustees member's integrity. That leadership team pressed a standard and unionistic claim, quote, faculty are being exploited while faculty managers are being rewarded. I was at the time, and I remain today, open to that argument. But I also knew a blame and shame strategy was a flawed delivery vehicle. It wasn't going to work. And that is why 2 years ago, I ran for union president. I won convincingly, taking from the victory a mandate for strategic change. Things are notably different today, almost at the midway point of 2026. Contract negotiations between the union and district are respectful and constructive. I'd expect that trend to continue. Union connections with board members are respectful and constructive. During my administration, union leaderships addressed this forum every single month. We're the only constituency group that did that. I'd expect that trend to continue. Union relationships with campus administration are collegial and forward-facing. I'd expect that trend to continue. Mine was a pivot presidency. Faculty union leadership, directed by its members, recalibrated our stance. And now President-elect Denise Knight will lead us onward. And I couldn't be more thrilled. Thank you for welcoming me in this space. I'm grateful for the work that our teams accomplished together. Have a good evening.
Thank you, Dr. Dembski. Enjoy your time out of the hot seat. Police Officers Association. No report. San Bernardino Valley College President, Dr. Contreras.
Thank you, Trustee Gonzalez. In addition to my written report, I have two updates. The first one is just a tremendous thank you to Valley College for just a monumental, epic year celebrating our centennial. First and foremost, I want to thank our students for making it such a inspiring year for all of us, our faculty, our classified professionals, our management team. And I want to spend some time really acknowledging my cabinet, my vice presidents who have really put into action advancing community this year. From last month's board meeting, which was on April 9th, our cabinet has participated in, engaged in, been present at 73 events in 1 month. And yeah. And it really is a priority to engage on campus and in the community. And 48 of those events were on campus and 25 were in the community. So events like Senior Day, Speech and Debate Tournament, Black Excellence Summit, Lavender Grad, the first Monarch Grad, Evening of Achievement, Library Technology Graduation, the very first one, API Grad, Black Grad, Extra Grad, Wind Ensemble, Student Art. You get the idea that our cabinet has been very involved on campus. And in the community, items like the Ramos Family Endowed Scholarship Fund, Rotary, Hispanic Coalition of Small Businesses Spheres of Influence, Rialto Ritz Gala, Our Lady of Guadalupe Church Centennial, National Black Grad, Adam Schiff's visit, as Chancellor Rodriguez shared. And I just really want to say a huge thank you because it means so much to prioritize engaging and advancing the community. In fact, our VPI, Letitia Hector, right now is representing us at the Farm Tech graduation ceremony. Also want to acknowledge some frequent flyers who have been very present, and that includes Dean Marco Cota, Dean Carmen Rodriguez, Dean Nori Sogamonian and her husband David, and our executive director of the foundation, Mike Lane. A very special thank you to Heather Madole and to Dr. Jesse Niemeyer Romero, because through all the chaos, they provide the calm and allow us to really fully engage with the community. And then my second update is commencement. We're all counting down. There's a countdown on our website. It is, for the second year in a row, the largest graduating class in San Bernardino Valley College history. Get there early. We're expecting about 8,000 people in attendance. It's going to be truly epic to honor our centennial. And that concludes my report.
I want to just say something really quick in regards to the atmosphere that's being created by your exec cabinet and the space that them being out there, and that Valley Up expression and seeing people flock all the way around is just absolutely incredible. So I want to give kudos to your entire team that's out there and doing their thing. I enjoy taking pictures with them when I see them, but it is making a difference, and it's truly living up to the spirit of what it means to have community. So I just want to give you kudos, Dr. Contreras, in regards to that, and keep up that good work.
Thank you. Okay. Are we applauding for Sharina or? All right. How about Crafton Hills College President Dr. Grant?
Good evening. Thank you, Chancellor Rodriguez. I think I'm definitely going to wear this the rest of this evening, so I get one extra day for this. It's beautiful. Thank you. I would like to throw my congratulations out to the 14 retirees from Crafton Hills College. We had the opportunity to honor them last week, and we were chatting with folks, and it's over 200 years of experience going out the door all at once, which is a little frightening but a little exciting at the same time. And so we just wish them well, and we hope they'll keep in contact. And I reminded them that we have our retiree brunch in the first week of June that's hosted by our foundation, and they can stay involved with our foundation. I want to congratulate two of our students that made the state finals in swimming and dive. Kelly Heredia made the state finals in the fly, in the 200 fly, and placed 16th overall in the state. And Andrew Lambert received our first ever diving placement, was 7th in diving statewide, as well as 22nd in the 50 free and 24th in the 100 free. So we're just so excited around the progress that our swim and dive teams have made over the years and continue to send more students each year to the state finals. I also want to read just a real quick paragraph. We completed this semester a partnership resource team grant through the Institutional Effectiveness Partnership Program with the State Chancellor's Office. And we got our final checkout report. And I want to read to you a statement that this is a group of our peers throughout the state. There's 6 individuals on the team. They come from us from all different colleges, and they work with us for a year. And our project was focused, a little over a year, our project was focused on how to enhance our dual enrollment program. And this was written in the final report. It says, the PRT recognizes the significant contributions of Crafton Hills College administrators, faculty, classified professionals, and students whose dedication to working collaboratively to strengthen dual enrollment is an indicator of a truly inclusive culture. It is with great appreciation that we acknowledge that Crafton has been extremely innovative in bridging high school and college systems by creating robust and effective wraparound services. In summary, Crafton Hills College has worked together as a community to intentionally strengthen dual enrollment and mitigate institutional or cross-system barriers to student success. And this is a group that spent, they made 3 visits to our campus. They interviewed classified, they interviewed students, they interviewed faculty about our efforts and the changes we've made around dual enrollment. And I just thought it was a great recognition of the work that's been accomplished. And lastly, this is sad news, but exciting news. Last night, Dr. Ivan Pena was formally approved to be the new Vice President of Student Services at Pasadena City College. Dr. Pena has been an amazing advocate for student success and equity at Crafton Hills College. He has worked with faculty and classified and other managers to lead significant reform and changes in how we serve students. He's been an absolute blessing to have at Crafton for the time that we had him, and we could not be more excited for him and Pasadena City College. And President Dr. Gomez made an absolute wise choice in selecting Dr. Pinion. So his last day will be in the second week of June with us. So I wanted to make that announcement before the next board meeting. So that's my report.
Thank you. Executive Vice Chancellor, no report. Vice Chancellor of Human Resources and Police Services.
No report.
Vice Chancellor of Educational and Student Support Services is not present. Associate Vice Chancellor of Government Relations and Strategic Communications.
No report. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Are there any questions or discussion of the information items in section 10?
Yes, I'd like to pull the item C, board policies for first read.
Okay.
And I want to pull BP 5030 for fees, and then BP and AP 5031 for instructional materials fees for discussion.
Okay. Go for it.
So, and I'm gonna just read this so that I can stay focused and say it right. So for BP and AP 5030 fees under the instructional materials, Education Code Section 76365, Title 5, Section 59400, I'd like to propose adding the following language. The Board of Trustees is committed to ensuring that students have burden-free access to required instructional materials, including textbooks and supplemental materials on the first day of class and throughout their term. The district will continue advancing zero textbook cost pathways and open educational resources, OER, as a primary strategy for achieving burden-free access to instructional materials. Any district book rental program shall be designed to complement and not impede the expansion of ZTC and OER adoption, and shall demonstrably reduce overall cost to students. So we want to propose to delete the following language. The district, because it's duplicative, the district shall ensure student access to textbooks and supplemental materials on the first day of class and strengthen student access to other instructional materials before their required use. And so we want to replace the language. Then for BP 5031, instructional materials and fees, I'd like to propose that we add the same burden-free access and zero textbook costs open education resource language to further strengthen alignment between the two policies and ensure consistency throughout board policy and administrative procedure framework. In addition to that, within AP 5031, I'd like to replace the following language. Instructors are responsible for selecting instructional materials and shall take responsible steps to minimize the cost and ensure necessity of instructional materials. And so I want to revise the language to say instructors are responsible for selecting instructional materials and shall take responsible steps to minimize the cost and ensure the necessity of instructional materials, which may include considering OER, library license resources, and ZTC aligned options where appropriate. And so the reasons that for these proposed changes is to ensure that we have full and visible alignment with Title V, Section 54221, regarding the burden-free access to instructional materials, as well as the district's commitment to zero-cost textbook pathways and open educational resources. And I just want to give appreciation to the staff that worked on this with us, and then the board policy committee as well, and all of the folks that were involved in the participatory governance process and really advancing these updates. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions or discussion from the information items? All right, at this time, we will enter a closed session to discuss confidential matters that are generally stated on the agenda. Do we have any public comments for closed session?
We have one.
Okay. And just as a matter of policy, members of the board may not discuss or respond to matters raised during public comment. Tiffany Lee?
Good afternoon, Board of Trustees, community partners, and colleagues. My name is Tiffany Lee, and I'm currently the Apprenticeship Program Administrator here at SBCCD at EDTC campus. And so today marks my 3.5-year anniversary here with SBCCD. Unfortunately, it is also the day that action is being taken to terminate my position due to the exhaustion of grant funding. As I go over the strategic plan, I had also sent out an email to the board members on some other issues that have been going on at EDTC with some of the harassment, the bullying, the retaliation that I have encountered. I also wanted to bring to the board's attention today that how the operations that are going at EDTC do not align with the strategic plan. Just to be mindful of time, I know I only have 3 minutes, and I know that there's 4 goals of the strategic plan. So goal number 1, I'm going to skip over that one, but I'm going to go directly to goal 2, which is to be diverse, equitable, inclusive, and an anti-racist institution. During my first year with the district, my manager resigned, and I assumed both positions of an assistant manager and a manager responsibilities for approximately 5 months. During that time, I was encouraged by my then executive director to apply for the management position. I was told that I'm not looking for someone who knows the program, I'm looking for someone who can run a program, and you've shown that. I applied and successfully advanced through both rounds of interviews. During that time period, I also completed and secured approval for a contract valued at approximately $850,000. Despite this, I was later informed that a failed search had been declared for the recruitment process. Shortly afterwards, the individual who ultimately was hired in the position openly shared at the chancellor's holiday celebration that year, that he had overlooked the email invitation for the second round of interviews, and that he was personally contacted by the executive director asking him did he still want the position, and that it was being reopened and to reapply for the position. He also stated at that time that he felt blessed to be there and that he was called for this position. Even after that experience, I still established the BRIGHT Committee at EDTC, which stands for Belonging, Respect, Inclusive, Trust, and Equity, to create a more supportive and an equitable work environment, and also to boost the morale, which it did work. Unfortunately, due to grant cuts and staff reductions, many of the original members are no longer employed at EDTC, and now the committee has been dissolved. For goal number 3, it says be a leader and partner in addressing regional issues. There's a significant difference between management and leadership. At EDTC, we lack experienced workforce and economic development leadership. Individuals are serving in leadership roles without foundational knowledge or experience in economic development, workforce systems, employer engagement, or regional labor market alignment. Currently, I've been told by my vice chancellor that there is a 5-year workforce development plan in motion, and I do know that we hired a consultant last year to come to our site to help us with that, and we still don't have.
Your turn is complete.
And we still don't have one, real quick. So with that being said, we currently do not collaborate with the county departments, regional economic development agencies, or surrounding cities to identify industries that we can recruit to see where they're recruiting from and who they're bringing to the county to determine our future workforce needs. Workforce development is built on employment outcomes.
Ms. Lee, can you please conclude your thoughts as the time has elapsed? Yes. Thank you so much.
I just want to say that here on our campus, our leadership, what we experience and what we hear are terms such as, I'm not responsible for the happiness of staff. If you're unhappy, find another job. or call me number 2 because I'm not the one. So these are not statements that reflect leadership, collaboration, or a culture of respect. And just real quick, just to talk about the fiscal accountability and sustainability.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but your time's up.
Okay, thank you. I will send you a letter. Thanks.
Do we have any other public comment? No, sir. All right, the time is 5:05, and we will move to convene in closed session. If we can be 5:12-ish, please. Thank you very much. It's 6:09, and I'd like to reconvene the public meeting. Clerk Betters, will you conduct the readout?
Thank you, Chair. On May 14th, 2026, in closed session, the board unanimously approved Resolution 2026-05-14-HR01 for the release of employee number 31554 from the administrative position of Apprenticeship Program Administrator at the district's Professional Development Center, PDC, due to lack of funds, effective June 30th, 2026. On May 14th, 2026, in closed session, the board unanimously approved Resolution 2026-05-14-HR02 for the release of employee number 32565 from the administrative position of Assistant Manager, Workforce Development at the district's Professional Development Center, PDC, due to lack of funds, effective June 30th, 2026. On May 14th, 2026, the board unanimously took action in closed session to approve the termination of employee number 27561 as a temporary adjunct faculty member at Crafton Hills College, effective May 15th, 2026. On May 14th, 2026, the board met with legal counsel and real property negotiators in closed session pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.8. Direction was provided to approve an additional assessor parcel number APN 0141-23-03-0000 as part of the San Bernardino Valley College Land Acquisition Program. The board reaffirmed its prior approvals dated November 10th, 2022, December 9th, 2022, January 11th, 2024, and August 14th, 2025, including the delegation of authority to the chancellor or designee. No increase to the previously approved aggregate amount was requested. The Board of Trustees voted unanimously in favor.
Thank you, Clerk Betters. The next meeting of the board will be the board strategy session on May 28th, 2026 at 5 p.m. here in the district boardroom located at 550 East Hospitality Lane, Suite 200, San Bernardino, California 92408. The time is 6:12 and this meeting is adjourned.
Good.